Good morning, y'all. Good morning. This is Harper with Community First. This morning, I want to talk about people that are damaging to us and the community. Um, we got a gentleman that's on YouTube. He's going around YouTube. His name is Guy Laurie or G Laurie. He's Geelowery. He's exploiting anybody. It's kind of like a guy sharing celebrity gossip or YouTube gossip or just riling people up, and don't really have a real educational exchange. It's just about people and his theory, and he's kind of pointing out some stuff to get people going, and it's kind of articulate the way he's doing it. However, it's deplorable. It's disingenuous for us as black people to be doing that. His name is Guy Laurie, and he's talking about Pookie and Ray Ray, the last video that I saw of him, and I sent him a text message. Of course, we went back and forth for once or twice, and sometimes I write real fast, so people don't think my grammar is that good. However, I do know how to write. So he was saying something about my grammar. So, but anyway, um, my listeners, he's exploiting people who he think he's better than, and some people he just exploiting. Very like messy, but he got a very shrewd exchange. Now I'm gonna play a um a soundtrack of him in this video of how he discussed a Pookie and Ray Ray and aligned it with ADOS and said that when they get on board, ADOS is going to be this and that. He's a black guy too. As a matter of fact, he's black. And I don't have a lot of followers. I just started out on this, but I do know the community. Of course, I work in the community as a mentor and I counsel with young men who are like Pookie and Ray Ray, who have went without, who are in disenfranchised communities and stuff and so on like that. So until they get, a mirror of self-sufficiency and get on their feet and try to be productive citizens and put their gifts out there to be used. But I'm gonna play a soundtrack of this guy, Guy Laurie or whatever, and how he talked to this young man. And I want you to listen to how divisive he was, and he is inciting violence. But he's a YouTuber. He's going around doing commentary, but he's inciting violence in the community. And see, this is what we got floating around YouTube. So listen up, guys. I'm gonna play it.
Guess what, y'all? It is time for another ADOS video, ladies and gentlemen. But this time I have something very special for you all. And what I have is real life, in your face, undeniable proof about everything I was saying would potentially happen once Pookie and Ray Ray decide to jump on the ADOS bandwagon. So, there is a real life Pookie from my state of
Pookie.
Florida who decided to express his concerns about the things that I was saying in regards to ADOS. Oh, and before I forget, Pookie, if you're listening to this, you wanted to know where I live at in Florida. Well, I live in Orlando. So the next time you're in town, you and I can meet up, and I'll see if I can get you and your goons some discount tickets to SeaWorld to hopefully brighten up your day. But, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, a real life Pookie in every sense of the word. He
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there for a second. You see how he incited he's using I live in Florida. I'm gonna let you know where I live so you and your goons and I can get y'all some tickets. And I responded to him when he texted me and I said, you sound very gay and bougie. I did say that. I usually don't say stuff like that. But that's where it sounded to me. It was very childish. And he's got people following him. You guys are following him and liking his commentary on the stuff that he's saying. His name is G Laurie. Geelowery. Now, this is parasitic to the community. You see how he spoke with him a derogatory tone and constantly saying pokey, pokey. That this ADOS movement and agenda, that's not a game. And people are in dire situation and in disenfranchised communities. that, who we call Pookie and Ray Ray. But listen to it. I'm gonna
decided to express his frustrations and dissatisfaction over my ADOS videos. Now, for this particular video, because I'm about to play the audio of what he said, but for this particular video, I'm not going to be addressing his response point by point. I'm just going to let you all take a listen for yourselves. But while you are listening, for those of you who have heard my last ADOS video that was titled, Will Pookie and Ray Ray become the face of ADOS? To which I will put a link in the description box. But for those of you who heard that video, I just want you all to reflect.
Why do you want to destroy ADOS?
About the moment Pookie and Ray Ray decided to hop on the mic and start talking about reparations and ADOS. Also, I want you all to reflect on some of the things I said in my other ADOS video titled, Should Pookie and Ray Ray Get Reparations? Just want y'all to kind of keep those things in mind as you're listening to this this super duper eloquent Pookie express his concerns or his disdain about me, and then he puts together his case for reparations. So you all take a listen, and I'll be back on the other end.
What's up, family? What's up? Welcome to the Young Black and Ambitious channel, you feel me? On it, you know what I'm saying? There's a little message to this nigga name. G Lowry, aka the light skin hero. First of all, nigga, you a bitch, nigga. You a bitch, nigga. You feel me? You a bitch, nigga. You ain't about shit, nigga. I here talking about fucking on your ADOS message talking about some, oh, you don't want Pookie, Ray Ray, and Bonquisha to get motherfucking reparations, nigga. What Pookie, Ray Ray, and Bonquisha from, nigga? They from the bottom, nigga. Where your ass from? If you don't respect them, nigga, you don't respect nothing, nigga. You don't respect, nigga, that's the system. They got us like that, nigga. But you don't want them to get reparations because what, you better than them? You better than, nigga, you just a nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Nigga, that's a queen. Bonquisha, nigga, that's a queen, nigga. What you want her name to be? Hillary? Lindsay? Chelsea? Nigga, fuck you, nigga. You a bitch, nigga. Tired of you niggas coming through talking about the ADOS, talking about the American descendants of slaves, and talking about who deserves it. Nigga, who the fuck made you, nigga?
You're right.
That Willie Lynch address, nigga? Huh, nigga? You niggas is bitches, man. I'm tired of it, man. You niggas just want clout, man. You niggas just want somebody to feel like y'all niggas smart, but y'all some smart dumb niggas, man. Why the fuck would you condemn your brothers and sisters who felt the worst of the motherfucking system? You go condemn them? Nah, nigga. And then you talk about, oh, instead of a check, they need to give out college or trade school. Nigga, oh, so we need to go learn this European curriculum. We need to get this European trade school shit, this European college shit. You feel me? Now, when they create some black colleges, now if they going to FAMU or Bethune-Cookman or what the other ones is, Spelman or some shit. Now, if they going to them, you feel me? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But everybody ain't ready to go there anyways, because you know what? Even though them black colleges, that shit is not motherfucking teaching black history all fucking year. You feel me? And y'all niggas ain't fucking ready, man. Talking about would you prefer a check or systematic benefits? Systematic benefit. So fuck the check. Yo, bitch ass think it's cool for us to be back in the system. You want us in the system. You want us to get systematic benefits according to the system that these motherfucking crackers created. And that you know if they give us motherfucking systematic benefits, the system go be according to their ass. Man, you niggas is bitches, man. I'm tired of you niggas, man. I'm tired of that shit, man. And you talking about you from Florida, man. Where? Where you at in Florida? Because I'm in Florida. Where you at in Florida? Where you at in Florida, nigga?
This is G. Lowry inciting violence, being divisive, basically. but divisive. So he got this young man all riled up. All riled up. I'm gonna finish playing it for you. He got this young man all riled up and everything, but he's doing commentary. This is what we got floating around YouTube. See, I deal with young men who have been battered, and I mentor, and I've executed, me and my program, we've executed, gentlemen, young men who have been battered, we call Pookie and Ray Ray. We help them find self-sufficiency, get them on their feet. I work with Bounding for Opportunities and Dr. Princess Adil, and actually my first cousin is the mayor. So she helped, mentor and do things like that in programs. We know people. And I was out there in the war on drugs. That's why I got kind of a funny swag. I've been out there. I dealt with that. I had to go to anger management. I had to experience that. But then I started articulating and teaching classes. I became an intellectual throughout my hardship. Now, my grandmother was a school teacher. My mother's an educator and everything, but I understand what's going on because I had to deal with that. So we help those who were in this situation. And I got the receipts to prove it. Well, one of them graduated. He was fighting a lot in school. We took him out of one school, put him in the other one, and he graduated with honors. He didn't even know he was smart. The one that I mentored, and now he got his own everything. He's doing well. He's got an education. He's a certified nurse's assistant. And then the other one, he's got an education. He went for culinary arts. And the other young man that was in my mentor program, he went for culinary arts. And he had get a girl pregnant when he was 20 years old. Now he got full custody of his own son simply because he had got a girl pregnant that he didn't know a lot about. She was kind of wild and she wasn't responsible, and her family was also. So we went through a full year of processing through courts to get him full custody of his son, Dasm. And now he got custody. He got a beautiful vehicle. He's got a professional job. He lives in a beautiful area. These are the people who Guy Laurie is calling Pookie and Ray Ray. And these are the people who we call Pookie and Ray Ray. That's the name, Pookie and Ray Ray. But I mentor with and counsel with gentlemen, young men like that. And some of them are good boys. And they just need somebody to reflect to. But this video, you hear how the gentleman inciting all this. Actually, Guy Laurie, he can articulate words better, but he doesn't have a strong passion as the gentleman that he calling Pookie. The other guy got more passion. Now, I disagree with him using the N word over and over again. He's having a hard time articulating words to represent himself. So therefore, he need a gray area, and he did know some things. But I see the passion he got, and I appreciate it. The passion is strong, and people get on here. Matter of fact, people get on YouTube, cuss all the time. I don't do it necessarily because my parents said don't do that. But I don't do that now because they're educators. Now, Tariq Nasheed, a lot of people, they speak their minds. But this guy, Guy Laurie, he's just basically promoting gossip, kind of a gossipy personality, being divisive in the community, announcing people. No different basically from Oprah and Gayle, what they doing. You see how Oprah and Gayle took to the streets and to the media to denounce our black people that are in any type of icon position. How Gayle interrogated R. Kelly, because she really got a whole lot of power to be interrogating nobody else. So she had to do her own brother. Oprah Winfrey pulling up the deceased, her brother Michael Jackson. This is what this guy, Guy Laurie, is like. So he going around messing with YouTubers so that he can get following. And y'all following him. I mean, he kind of smart. He got y'all following him, commenting on everything, because black people has got a disease. We are paying attention to celebrity gossip, things that surround themselves with any type of gossip, shucking jivers. We should be trying to encourage each other instead of take each other down. And he trying to take this young man down because he feel like he better than this young man because he can articulate words on a different level. Calling him Pookie and Ray Ray and Bon Chica and all of that stuff like that. And he further inciting being divisive. Guy Laurie. See, but it take a man to be in the community, the epitome of a respectful gentleman, to try to educate. And I sent him a message on this commentary. And he told me he feels sorry for the people that I educate and that I had bad grammar. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes my grammar is bad. But he said that, and I'm like, I say, you sound like a bougie gay man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with nobody being gay or nothing, but it's just the way he sounds. It sounds like that type of individual that's just basically into itself, a narcissism. And he's making divisive exchanges among our people and trying to disencourage. But the young man was pretty passionate, and he stood, but I'm going to play a little bit more of this. Hold on.
Pull up on your bitch ass, man. We got real motherfucking ADOS out here, man. Ready, you know what I'm saying? Ready. Talking about a stipend. Are you mad because they took it? Because motherfuckers don't want to stay in this motherfucking European, because they go to college, get the check, and then bounce. Nigga, what, we just finessing them crackers like they been finessing us for years? But it's wrong because we black, huh? I bet only your bitch ass looking at it like that. I bet you them motherfuckers living La Vida Loca. You know what I mean?
Oh, La Vida Loca. He kind of funny too. You hear what he said? He talking to another black man. He gotta express himself to another black man like that. This young man was in passion. I'm sorry if I talked over it, but he was in more passion. And actually, he had more, his analysis wasn't as, he was more in passion. His aim was more deeper than G. Laurie or whatever his name is. G. Laurie. So he's going around disturbing people. Ain't that messy? Or am I just saying this, or is that messy? That's just messy, right? So people, I'm standing with our community. We're not playing no game with these reparations. What has happened to a lot of us is serious. The war on drugs was serious. It destroyed the black community and some of our young men. And I was out there. I know what it was like. And I dealt with young men who come out of prison, help them get, rehabilitated outside the prison so that they can see a mirror of success and move on. Understand that. And what you're doing, G. Laurie, honestly, is dangerous. You are a liability to yourself and anybody around you. You'll make somebody hurt you. And I don't want to say that. But that kind of stuff, you're a liability. And I tell young men when they act like that all the time, especially when they're inciting people, you don't know what's inside of a person when you're going around inciting that kind of stuff. Because YouTube is here to save you. You can be behind a device or a camera, but when you start acting like that one-on-one and being like that, you keep doing that. Because God don't like ugly. You keep on doing that. You better pull back, young man, brother, and stop doing that. We need people to further educate us in the community, educate our children. Those young men are following degenerates. A lot of gangster rap that's not good for them, but those rappers get rich because they're definitely not wealthy. A lot of them get rich, and our children end up following degenerates. And when I pull them and I talk to them, they say, what's a degenerate? Once I tell them, they feel good. And they find out they know what things are. And what words mean, they get more empowered, more insightful. Like that young man, it would take me to pull him back and say, hey, don't do that. Don't pay attention to that. And then I could tell him how to sharpen himself as a man in the community. And he was okay. He was okay. Because a lot of people use cuss words. What you're doing on YouTube, G. Laurie, is not all of that. But you got people following you, a lot of people following you. I'm sorry to say, a lot of people, black people, have been abused. And a lot of people following you out of that airheadness. And some of them is airheads. Or some of them just passing their day as you having articulate what other people are doing with their life and having an analysis, kind of a gossipy analysis. Folks like that. That's entertaining to them. But to me, I would call that shuck and jiving. You're not teaching anybody real nothing. when you start bringing divisive parts. And then you're talking bad about ADOS. You must be an immigrant. See, people following you and giving you likes on this stuff because they sit around and laugh. They don't understand what's really going on. Black people have been a sleeping giant and need to wake up even more. The giant is yawning and stretching and understanding they got to be on the business map. Be on the map for every other every other group that done got on. Well, in terms of justice claims, in terms of politics, being insightful, teaching our people. Well, if you got the passion, we can teach you how to articulate it. That's what that guy was doing. He's trying to articulate his cause, ADOS, and you want to put it down. What kind of man are you? Who raised you, as a matter of fact, Guy Laurie? I don't care what you say about me. I may have bad grammar, but who raised you? For you to be this ingenuous about something that belongs to yourself. Whether ADOS go to the courts or not, it's still a beautiful thing that's putting our people in alignment, at least of some awakening, where they can't be out in the street doing harm. It's just like a religion, keeping people out of the street, or maybe give them something to expound on that concerns them. ADOS is a good thing. How can you say anything bad about American descendants of slavery? You just shucking and jiving. You using this this device and media to do just what they want you to do. Be a fool. That's what Oprah and Gayle are really doing, but at least they already billionaires, Guy Laurie. You probably not. You only got 7,000 subscribers. I only got 60 something. So I really don't have a lot. And I don't, I'm looking for subscribers, but I got other things to do. I'm in my home office. See, I can go around my house and show you what it is to be a man in every corner of my home. I'm out here getting somebody told, Guy Laurie or whatever his name is. Get your hands off my people. All of this celebrity gossip, all this stuff we doing, going back and forth, talking about people trying to open up stuff, this is what's been destroying us. We don't know how to groom each other, and we call that knowledge. What Guy Laurie is reporting, that's knowledge. Telling other people, exploiting other people's personalities, that's knowledge. And a lot of people are following him. And I know some of the people who do. And some of our people who are professionals that are black and educated, they seem to think that it's okay to feed in and stuff like that because they don't have a cause either, because they really don't have community. This is what's going on in our community. Well, we sucking and jiving. We don't have no real business or putting each other down, being like Oprah and Gayle, trying to gain clout for ourselves and throwing each other on the bus. It is already a description of who you are, Guy Laurie. You have already a description of who you are, whether you think you're something or not, because you can articulate words and shame other people. The government see you as a statistic. You're a black man that has been in the system due to child slavery and institutionalized racism. And a lot of our white fellow Americans and constituents understand that, and they want to help too. It's not about that, us being prejudiced and racist and stuff like that. It's about what has happened to us, unfortunately. So all you black people, that thank you so much because you can articulate words, because you're in a certain kind of religion, or because you got a lot of people on YouTube and you are this and that. Let me tell you something. You already are in a group. Just like the textbooks. They have already figured out the male, ego and everything. We already in a textbook. That's what I teach in anger management. We are already in a textbook. So when you learn the characteristics of what you may be and what you might do next, or anything like that, can be insightful for you to have knowledge. That's what I tell these young men that I had to mentor that were lost in the community and were just following degeneracy or out there being open to anything, being angry. A lot of them executed themselves. One lived, I say, 5 miles away from me in the suburb with a 1-bedroom apartment that's worth $1,000 a month in this region because he felt like he learned something. He got beautiful exterior around him now. I was mentoring in my program. And then you guys are saying stuff that incite all kind of emotions to these young men. And who are doing it is everybody's doing it, but all the other black men are doing it. Like Guy Laurie, he's doing it to this young man. But I'm guaranteeing you, he's not the kind of person that would do that to your face, because that is dangerous. And I tell young men that who are inciting any type of emotional violence or any type of division, I tell them you are a liability to yourself and the people around you. They say, what's that? I say, a liability. That means if I bring something into a place, I explain what it is, and it's glass. All this is a liability now because it's in here. Somebody could get hurt, and if it's a business, I gotta have insurance on it. So you're a liability to yourself when you carry yourself like that. Guy Laurie, you're a liability. So I would say that we need to protect each other. And what you're doing, brother, that's low down. We got a lot of people doing stuff like that. That's our problem. We don't realize how serious it is that our complex and who we are as people is being in dire situation. We need to groom each other, not put each other down. What are we gonna put each other down for? That gentleman was approachable. You could talk to him. I mean, he used the N-word a lot and said a lot of stuff, but he was approachable. You could speak to him. But now, if I had Guy Laurie and that gentleman in the room, and I had to reprimand either one of them or what they was doing, Guy Laurie be the one being reprimanded, and I would have to groom the other guy and say, listen, this is how you do that. You articulate this like this. But Guy Laurie will be the one. He's dangerous. He's a danger to himself and anybody who's close to him. But because he can articulate words a certain way, people like that. So he gets to play devil advocate and try to confuse the minds of people. And he think there's something. If people look at, want to know who raised you. And you going around and you don't mean no more than that to the community because you got followers or nothing. That don't mean nothing. What you do when you cut this camera off? Come on, me. Yeah, I'm an educator. I got every home in my house. I can go to a room that can co-sign everything I do. But this is my home office. This is where I choose to come in and do my talks and do myself. And I got my computer right here behind me. And I'll do a lot of things in here. But this is me. You don't know people. Some of y'all are judging people and you don't know them. And y'all giving, encouraging bad behavior by liking these videos that are disrupting the community and being divisive and parasitic among us as adults. That young man, Guy Laurie, has no business saying anything about adults like that and exploitation, exploiting the idea of it, exploiting the title of it, exploiting people who are interested in it. ADOS is for the abused because they are withholding justice claims. They're withholding things that are valuable for people who have suffered and became opportunities due to the denial of their own property. And this is a black man. We'll play a little bit more of the video, the soundtrack, and listen to y'all hear a little bit more of it.
Well, you ain't shit, man. System been finessing us. That shit make me mad as fuck, man. When you talk about, do we want to advance our lives? Are we trying to advance our lives?
See?
Are we, you know what I'm saying? Are we worried about the future? Are we trying to advance our life? Nigga, we worried about the future and then advancing our lives. Go advance the motherfucking future. Straight up, nigga, what the fuck is you talking about, boy?
That young man is passionate.
What the fuck is you talking about, man? You act like advancing our lives ain't advancing the future.
He's begging
Come on, man.
Guy Laurie to understand.
Niggas like you is hoes, man. Y'all niggas be on this shit talking crazy, man. You worse than the crackers. You worse than the crackers. Man, if I was you, I'd be trying to see every motherfucker that's an American descendant of slave with something. I don't give a fuck what
Exactly.
they doing. I know what the real ones gonna do with it. And guess what? Even if they don't do what I think the real ones gonna do with it, I'ma still feel like they real. I'ma still feel like they deserve that. You niggas is crazy, man. You niggas be on here talking all that shit, man. You sound like crackers, man. You sound like fucking gualas, man.
Okay, the young man, he hurt. He hurt about what the gentleman is saying. So, Gilar, you hurt this young man. You disencouraged him, but he's still passionate. I can hear in his voice, he's still going to go and do the right thing. But it was disparaging what you did, brother. Very disparaging. And you barking up the wrong tree, because educators are going to get on to you very soon, because ADOS ain't no game. ADOS is for the educated, to get people educated, for a justice claim, to get people to use what they have, people who have been disenfranchised. It is to build the people up. This is something that, Gilar, you don't know nothing about, I can tell. Even though you think you do. You too caught up in your theory and your celebrity gossip and your YouTube gossip. You don't even know what's going on. Because if you did, you wouldn't be coming like that. And as a matter of fact, who raised you? And another thing, people following him, who raised y'all? For real. You know, Gilar, brother, that's a shame. You would have been the person who told on that term. You would have been one of the slaves who eating cornbread and saying, yeah, master, I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened, master. And you got people following you. You know, they're from Gail and Oprah and what they doing. Matter of fact, you worse, because at least they get paid for it. So you want attention and followers that bad, you'll destroy your own community. So this young man was trying to let you know that he's better than that. I can hear it. Brother, we need you to pull back, change. Stop it, brother. Stop it. Think about what you're doing. This video was for Gilar. He's called himself Onyx Truth when he come on. And I want to also further express to the community how people trying to exploit Pookie and Ray Ray and other black men in the community. I'm not gonna call him Pookie and Ray Ray. His name might be John John. I don't care. But we're still us. They're exploiting other young black males in the community. That's what this video is about. And what's going on. And this Gilar guy, Gilar is G-E-E-L-O-W-E-R-W. And the way he talked to me, he think he can get me because he said I got bad curriculum. Well, my bad curriculum pay my bills. I got a home office. So I am into a program. You know, I got family members and I know people. So we all work together. I work with a doctor, man, or a psychologist. I'm a continuing ed specialist. Anyway, I just want to share that with y'all, what's going on with our young black men and some of them that who are divisive. Watch out for Gilar or whoever, celebrity gossip, YouTube, whatever. Watch out for this guy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Share your thoughts. You're very important. We are important to each other. Share your thoughts. Press the like button if you watch this, because I'm going to come back and give you some more.